And here we are on Condemned Ridge, which I believe is the name of this map, for a very interesting PvT. I'm Exo Lightning, and with me today is my special friend, caster buddy here, Mr. Canerat.
Special friend indeed. Must say it's going to be a pretty interesting matchup between PvZ, as Exo has said, of course, with the OP Protoss spawning at the top right-hand side, the ever so good-mannered Terran saying good luck, have fun first.
Hey, the Protoss put an exclamation mark on that.
It's an invisible exclamation mark, because I haven't seen that one yet.
That's very interesting you said PvZ, but that's absolutely fine.
Just testing things out, testing you, should I say.
So we're very good caster buddies there, whereas like I'm not going to let you slide that mistake, no, I'll pull you up on it. But this is going to be Condemned Ridge, which is a huge map in the ladder pool. Easy to take natural, fairly wide ramp. Third kind of in this cocoon place with the backwatch that goes over. Very good for drops and stuff, which Terran players like to do. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. Looks like everything's pretty standard so far. Gate on 13 for the Protoss. Barracks first, nothing overly extreme. So, Kane, what are your predictions for this game?
Well, just a standard PvT build where you get a command center, your supply, then your racks, probably into another command center and maybe 2 more racks added on and 2 gas, go from there.
Well, actually, yeah, that sounds fairly standard.
Pretty standard, the only way to play against Protoss now.
Yep. I'm also expecting a one rack gasless FE, and Protoss players have been doing it for like years almost now. Is the standard 1 gate FE, which I'm expecting to see out of our buddy here. Cybernetics core going down. He's got his gas, but only 2 on gas. Oh, he's doing that annoying thing where you rally into gas, so you don't rush it, and like you ease the gas into it rather than. I don't know. Oh, second gas, actually. That's
second gas in the cyber corner is that it's just about to pop out almost. Yep. Might be enough to stop that incoming SCV to see what's going on.
Yeah, this SCV is going to get the scout off. But that's okay. Oh, didn't even get a hit on him. Shameful about that. He's actually going for a second zealot. This is actually a little unusual. He could be planning to run both of these zealots and perhaps a stalker down before this bunker gets out, but Joro's just too good for that. He's already got his bunker going up. So I don't know. And I don't believe Lager has even scoured yet. No, he hasn't. So this is an interesting opening. Yeah, he's going for a sentry after thingy. So I actually think, I think I know what this is. This is a weird, what do you call it? It's going to be a 3-gate pressure timing, where you 1-gate FE, you cut a few probes, get 2 gas and put 2 on each. Yeah, he's got 2 on each. And you get about 7 or 8 units when warp gate finishes, and then you do a warp in and you attack the front. So it's going to be interesting to see if Joro can actually hold that up.
A bit interesting from Joro here. See, he's gone for 2 racks instead of getting another third one. He's gone for 2. Obviously, there's 2 gas, but you expect to see a third barracks there. And of course, there's orbital commands going down. No, it looks like he's going to deny that scout as well. Gets a tech lab on his first barracks.
Yeah, I mean that's very interesting. That sort of like. The fact is that he has actually only gone 2 racks, and this is going to, like I say, be a pressure timing, and you can actually see the Protoss is now moving out with that very scary force. Pardon me. So yeah, this is actually going to be quite difficult for Joro to hold. I mean, he has 4 Marines out, and 4 Marines versus 7 or 8 Protoss units. But he's still got to get that pylon down, so there's still a bit of time. But ultimately, Joro just has no idea this is coming.
Systems just started on his tech lab, and of course his reactor just about finishing on his second barracks.
First Marauder out, that'll help against any stalkers.
Not a lot of pressure, production going down as far as, just starting to use air Marines now.
Yeah, but like I said, that reactor's finished up. Still no going to a factory before a third barrack, so this is a interesting sort of style here. No a third or fourth gas, but that's sort of fairly standard.
Yeah, Robo Bay going down for Protoss. What do you predict now, looking at that?
Well, it looks like he's going to follow up into a fairly sort of standard style. In fact, he might actually just turn around and run away and not pressure it. No, he can't make his mind up. Do it. Yeah, I mean, he can definitely push the front. I think he's going to follow this up with probably an observer to scout off and then go into Colossus.
Oh,
like, that's the most standard sort of thing. Here comes the push, though. I mean, there's no SCVs to repair. You need to pull those SCVs. That bunker's going to fall pretty quickly. Okay.
If this bunker falls, he's going to be in a lot of trouble, and it does.
He's in a lot of trouble. He's pulling SCVs. Good trait of Joro. He likes to pull SCVs. Some nice force fields cutting off the actual units from attacking. Oh, and Joro's in a lot of trouble actually here. Already lost 13 workers. That's pretty. And that mule getting a bit ahead of himself. Another warp in of zealots. This is getting pretty tense.
Looks like he's managed to stop this attack though. I don't know why, because it looks like Protoss is still in a good position.
Yeah, Protoss could push a bit harder, I think. However, now his production is starting to really ramp up, and Stim is going to be done in just, what, 20 seconds? No, 30 seconds.
Surely another few zealots warped in there could have done a lot of damage. I mean, Protoss got a lot of
ready. His war raid's already. He could warp in another few now and just go for it, and like force the lift and things. And there's a lot of supply depots here actually.
Compared to Protoss, looks like it just got supply blocked.
That's such a painful mistake. You require additional pylons. Yeah, 2 pylons and then he's actually now making a forge. So it looks like he's going to back out of this pressure, do a light contain to make sure there's no immediate counter push, and get his forge Twilight Council and go for them upgrades. Recharge Orpling first. Certainly one of the two.
Immortal coming down from IRL Lager.
IRL Lager.
Like
in real life Lager?
Yeah, probably. How would you lag in real life, walking around and stutter stepping everywhere?
It's interesting that Joro hasn't rebuilt a bunker yet. So that's going to be very interesting to see if he can hold this. Because like I say, this Immortal's like purely there to stop that bunker. And there is no bunker, so...
It could be just missed timings again from Joro. He does tend to forget to get orbital commands and you know, supply depots down when he's supposed to. And here comes another push from the...
Those force fields are pretty good. However, Medevac is now out. He's not, he can't really kite, so he's just firing, which is fine. Pulling SCVs again, and SCVs tanking so much damage, and wow, like, what happened to the Protoss there? The units lost is actually fairly even as well. So he's pushed his back really well, and I think he can just pull his SCVs all the way back now, and he's held this really well.
Again, look at all that, the mineral and gas just building up for Protoss. They could be warping in units to reinforce that front, but look at those STVs doing all the damage on those.
Yeah.
On the remainders.
That is certainly it. Well, here comes the observer to scout that army, just to see the army that's still standing there. Joro's getting his guys back to work. If we check the units workers killed, he's actually lost 20 workers, Joro has, but he's still alive.
As far as resources and units lost, Joro's lost 42 to 27. Resources wise is 2,500, 3,500. So Protoss is well behind.
More. However, Protoss has a third base, and this is quite key because Protoss on 3 base, when you start getting them upgrades, like say +1's armor's about to finish, he has charge on the way, probably blink after that. He's still going Immortals, no made for Colossus yet.
Well, he's just gone Templar Archives, just about halfway done. Oh, and look at that! He was queuing up his research, and that single forge he's got. It's not the best of ideas.
Not the best. I mean, it was just about to finish. In fact, it has finished now, but so it's not overly bad. But yeah, not the best thing to do because, like I say, upgrade takes so long. It's not worth queuing for that. Joro's only just getting his third up. However, if we look at the army supply, Joro's only slightly behind. Actually, I thought he was ahead. Where is Lager's army? He has 2 Immortals and like a handful of Zealots and like Templar.
T plus
kind
1
of a fragile defense.
+2 for Joro's just started. +1 defense or armor, shall I say, is just about to finish. And he's still
advantage.
That combat shield still hasn't started for Joro.
I think it's because he went for this very odd sort of like 2 barracks instead of 3 barracks, where you'd normally get 2 tech labs, start combat shield, and then start stim, and they'd finish up about the same time. He just skipped that 3rd barrack, so only had the 1 tech lab, and I don't know, maybe forgot combat shields. Certainly a good upgrade to have. This
Well-
observer getting in and seeing everything. He's seen the transferring SCVs, but whether he will actually notice that to be a third.
He's got a second one put into a very good position. Is it a second one? That's the first one. Oh no, he's only got one up there. What can he actually see?
He's hasn't actually been into the main, so he has no idea what production facilities Joro has. He just knows he's on 3 base.
He would have spotted that big move out.
Yeah, I would say this big move out, and this is quite a scary push. I mean, that's a decent amount of Marine Marauder. I mean, there's not real any splash damage yet because Storm is still 20 seconds away from being done.
And of course, one Hard Templar on the field, one Archon.
One Archon. I mean, this push,
gates.
but charge is done. So, as we can see, he needs to start stepping these back a little bit. Not start stepping too much. However, I think he's just going to win. Just, oh, it's close.
And the Hard Templar Storm is ready to go. If he only uses it here,
Oh,
will
he didn't
he
use it. Them
No.
Immortals putting in work at the back.
No, he's going to lose that Hard Templar as well, doing
Yeah.
absolutely no damage.
Absolutely.
Joro managed to lift off that.
Yeah, lift off a few. I mean, there's no anti-air in this army. You can see he's just chasing the thingies around. Oh, here comes the Templars. Are going to feed back. But
he definitely has units, enough resources to bring in some Stalkers to take down those medvacs, but
yeah, it looks like he's going to go for the charge Archon style, supplemented with these Immortals. The Immortals are doing some damage, but not too much. I mean, they were handy in that battle, though. They did make just that little bit of a difference. Joro could actually turn this into a drop, actually. These medevacs stuck up in the top right corner.
what do you think about RRL's positioning of all his structures in his main? I mean, I have seen a few of his units struggle to get around corners in here.
Yeah, it seems to be a bit less of a structured sort of thing and a bit more of a, well, I'll just put buildings anywhere. I mean, a lot of players just don't consider that whole base, especially like on maps like Condemned Ridge, where you kind of have a very odd shaped base. Like you have all this space down the bottom, but you can't really do much with it without putting your structures kind of far away. Warp gates sort of don't matter, but there's just a line of them, and then that's sort of blocked off, and it has this weird thing because Joro could drop right in this little crux, which would give him a wall in against everything. But yeah, there's a very narrow gap to get out, so if there's no blink and he has to run back and forth between these bases, it will be very bad for him. Lager actually going up to a 4th base as well.
Spotted it as well.
However, you know, he's so far behind in supply, and if we look at the army supplies, I mean, it's 48 to 97.
Well, he seems to be keeping up well with the EPM here. He was far more than what Joro's got. Not that EPM actually counts for anything. It's about what you do with your.
There's a random immortal walking across the map.
As IRL, a sacrificial
immortal.
Yeah. Present.
I think, is that just a bad rally point?
No, he was freeing up supply. Clearly, he needs to free up supply.
Oh yeah, man, I see where his second observer is. He's got 2 observers really close to each other, actually.
Has he actually seen the main of Joro yet?
Do you know what? He has not. He still has no idea what production he is.
So he has no idea the cloak is going down. There will be ghosts on this field very shortly.
Oh, so there is. I did not spot that. Good eye. And here comes that drop, that medevac coming in back from the back. Nearly picking off that Templar Archives.
And that Templar for that matter. Putting up still with the 1 Marauder and 2 Marines and that 1 Medvac. Medvac's looking a bit on the dead side. But
it's a shame Joro doesn't know about this 4th. He could just swing back and drop back down there. Over there, look like there are cannons going up, so...
He's just lost a second immortal to those ghosts and Joro's main there. Looks like he has got a really
bad rally point, yeah.
Yeah,
it's a terrible thing. Well, Joro getting his 4th as well, so it's like, and he's maxed out now.
If he doesn't watch it, he'll be sending a Colossus that's same. Oh, it looks like he just saw that rally point out.
Wow, Terran ship level weapons level 3. That's like, he's getting +3 for his Viking. That's like insane.
But he hasn't even seen if there's any Colossus out yet. Why would he do that?
In fact, That's actually a very good point because there aren't any Colossus.
He's
Oh,
going
hang
for
on, there is
mainly
a Colossus
immortal.
on the way. Looks like he's read this really well, but like there's still a lot of Templar out.
Seven Archons coming down.
Yeah, and
By,
this is an aggressively 5th base. Like this
yeah.
is a forward base, and it's not going to last. Is it going to get the EMPs off? Some EMPs. There's still enough for like 3 or 4 storms. The cloak goes doing massive damage. Is he going to pick up a high Templar? Yeah, he does. And now he's looks like he's going to come back and re-rally in and kill off this 5th base here. Very much worth it there. Well, there is now a single Colossus out. Yep, forces the cancel. Very important there. And I mean, there's already like 7 Vikings out though, so this like 1 Colossus that's now turned up with the army. I mean, it's not going to do much.
He's just doing another drop and
yeah, picks off that Templar Archives. Yeah. And
oh, is that an Artosis pylon I just seen?
oh, that is a huge Artosis pylon. That's what 3, 5, 6 buildings. 5 of them being gateways. That's a real pain.
Looks like old Protoss are gonna have to rely on that old 4-gate build then, eh?
The Maximus Black build.
I
I mean, Joro's actually made a bit of a mistake there. Joro was way ahead in supply. He had a big maxed out army. He was on a good economy, and now the Protoss is maxed out though. And it's a good amount of Archons, a good amount of Zealots. There's a few Immortals, and even a Colossus in here. So it's like
still there, +3, just about to finish.
Oh, +3 armor yet. It's a few seconds away. He doesn't maybe want to engage this, but he's going to do it anyway. The EMP's going down everywhere.
If there was
doing massive damage.
If there was
and I think he's
storm
going to be cost effective here. If he steps forward, I think he can just take this out.
You're so lucky that there wasn't any storm coming down.
Yeah, man. A storm could have 2 storms would have like real made that.
Will he cancel that 4th, 5th? No, he loses.
No, he doesn't. He just loses it. And Joro's even got a 6th planetary fortress. No, that's his 5th. His 5th planetary fortress around here.
So OP, aren't they? Exo.
Still got some ghosts in the way.
Throws down the scan just to spot any.
Yeah. And now he's gonna head for this base. Just finding out it's here. And now gonna, just do a lot of damage. I mean,
Definitely
he can outright kill this base. I don't think there's any way of this holding. Lag is just trying to get a reasonable force up. I mean, he has Charge Lot and Blink Stalkers and Archons, but he needs that splash damage to take on a fireball this big. And those ghosts, which are their EMP, just nullifies the Archons so much.
Looks like he's going for his Protoss. He's going for his level 3 upgrade on his shields at the moment. Getting
level
another
3 shield. Level 2 shield.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah.
Only now. Whereas you see, the Terran's already got his 3 upgrades.
Yeah, and you know what? The interesting thing is, he's going. I think he's been on single forge all game, and he got +1 armor, +1 attack, +1 shield, plus 2 armor, +2 attack, +3 shields. He's doing this all off of 1 forge. So it's like if he just went double forge, he would have had 3 and probably shields done by now. So
just
it's
about to rebuild that Templar Archives just goes down.
I mean, it's getting to that point in late game where he must know that Joro has more bases. So I'd like to see some sort of like pylons around the map and some sort of like either Zealot run-bys or like even go DTs. You need to do something to just stop the economy or production of the Terran player, because he can't keep taking these cost-ineffective battles with like versus EMP.
I mean,
not go well for him.
The thing about Joro's command centers at the moment is that he's only got 2 that actually got that he can produce scans with, and he's muling with them pretty well. Or should I say 3, but he's muling with them very well. So
again, yeah, DT.
A DT running all 3 would be so devastating for Joro at this point.
Well, he's moving forward. He's leading with ghosts. That could be a smart thing, or this is a scary Protoss force there. Especially since how many Vikings are there? There's still a decent amount of Vikings. EMP's going down all over the army. Archon's falling down. Oh my god, is there going to be a storm? No, he pulls back. He's going to try and avoid storm, losing a lot of ghosts there. But there's no High Templar.
He hasn't cloaked his ghosts. He loses all his ghosts. Oh dear.
Yeah, there's nothing here. I mean, wow.
Still managing to clear
Joro
off
with
that.
an amazing engagement. Those EMPs stims up again and just going to go for the throat now. I mean, a warping of Zealots, that's just not going to save him now.
I'll run into your main with 31 HP, 25 HP, and I'll still beat you. Oh, and he stims again? That was overstimming, I believe.
And
Mr. Joro.
GG, that is end of the game. And pretty well played by Joro there. I mean, the EMPs and towards the end were like just phenomenal to like hitting the whole army. And you know, that makes all the difference. I mean, if he didn't have them ghosts, well, that would have been it. And like taking bases everywhere, producing 11 Marines at a time.
But key things for Mr. Lager would be, of course, get more forges.
Get more forges. That single forge. I think it got to the point, and he didn't have that much money actually, because Joro like did a good denying his fifth base and stuff. But I really think like double Colossus production as well, and then so you can switch back and forth between sort of Charger Archon and Colossus Stalker pretty quickly. But yeah, good game by Joro. Well played.
Well, shit, just for the sake of it.
Gee.